Hi boys and girls, Mrs. Linder here from Keller Harville. I want to introduce you today to an artist named Roy Lichtenstein. He's known as a leader in the pop art movement, and he created bold paintings of comic strip cartoons. Sometimes he would paint words, like this one. Today we're going to use Roy Lichtenstein's art as inspiration to create our own word art with bold outlines and bright colors.
Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is decide what you want to write. You can write your name or just a word, like I'm going to write the word art. So very lightly on my page with my pencil, I'm going to write out the word art, just like this, and I'm writing it lightly so that I can erase this later. And I'm going to draw kind of like a little outline around the letters that I just wrote. Next, I'll go ahead and erase the lines that I put in here. Okay, so now that I have my bubble letters written, I want to go ahead and add something to the background to really make it pop. So I'm going to come along here and I'm going to just kind of do like scallop lines, and I'm drawing lightly so it doesn't matter if it overlaps because I'll be able to clean up the lines that overlap later. Looking at the design that I did, I think I want this to overlap a little bit more, so I'm going to go ahead and erase some of my scallop lines that I did right here, and I'm going to make them overlap with my letters a little bit more like this. I like that better. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing again, just one more layer of scallop lines. Just going like this, it'll just add a little bit of visual interest. And I'm going to outline my letters. It's important if you're using Sharpie like I am that you have another piece of paper underneath to make sure that your Sharpie doesn't bleed through onto whatever you have underneath. So I'm going to go ahead and just outline my bubble letters. Okay, so I have my letters outlined, and now I'm going to outline the scallop lines that I made around my letters. But here's the trick. I am going to not outline if it goes behind my letter. So I will outline what comes outside of my letter and then skip this part. Come back here, skip, here, skip. Okay, so now you can see I have everything outlined. You can also see that I did not do a great job of going directly over my pencil lines. I actually kind of corrected things as I went over with the marker. I'm going to just take a few minutes and erase all of my pencil lines so it's all clean and ready for me to color in. Okay, now I'm ready for some color. So I'm just going to use some of these colored pencils, but you can use whatever you have on hand. Markers, crayons, colored pencils, all of those things will work. I'm going to choose a nice bright color here to color in my words.
My letters are all colored in with this nice orangey red, which is a good start, but I want to add to them with a slightly darker color red to give the letters the illusion of having form, which is one of our elements of art. Form means it has dimension or looks 3D. Okay, I'm happy with my letters, so now I need to think about my background colors. I am going to choose colors that are very different from the colors of my letters so that my background can stand out. In this case, I'm going to use yellow and blue. So I'll have red, yellow, and blue in my art. Does anyone recognize what these three colors are? That's right, the primary colors. My background is finished, but I want to spend a little time on my outlines. Roy Lichtenstein used really bold outlines in his work, so I'm going to go over my lines with a black marker again. And I'm also going to think about creating kind of a cast shadow or a more three-dimensional look. If you think about light coming from up here and shining on to my letters, it would create a shadow over on this right side. So I'm going to make some thicker lines over here to make my letters look 3D and kind of like they might have a shadow on this side. Alright guys, so here's the finished product. I just went over some of my lines with a Sharpie that was a little bit better to make them bolder and just stand out more. So I hope you had fun doing these letters today. If you made this and you are a Keller Harville student, make sure to have your parents send me an email or post it on our Facebook group and so I can see what you made.